What strange devilry is this? The land turns white and cold here. Higher melee skill and higher range skill are both worth having, so you're hired. Welcome to the Purple Scythe, men. What matters now is how you handle yourselves in combat, how you behave with your brothers, and how you survive when I give you orders to do silly things and to generally put yourself in harm's way. Hopefully you will. Whatever has gone before is as nothing to us. We care not about it. We could visit the weaponsmith or the armorer. Let's visit the market first, because there's a few things that will probably be cheaper to buy in the market if we decide to buy them. And we'll take a look at our roster. We've got some level ups that we need to do. Otto has actually got a level up. You didn't tell me you leveled up, Otto! You're doing an offensive build, are you, Otto? You've got Crusher, increased damage by 50% when using the split shield skill. We need to remember to use these skills. We really do. We really, really do. Otto the Octopi, Destroyer of Shields. Let's give him effectiveness against armor. There we go. Effectiveness versus armor. So he's like the shield breaker and the armor sunderer. Sundering strikes. And your level up is, well, let's see. Fatigue +3, that's pretty good. Melee defense +3, I think we'll take that as well. We're not going to go for a melee skill up when it's only +1. +3 hit points, probably worth taking. He's already got fairly good stats elsewhere, so let's go with that. +3 hit points, so 3 hit points, 3 more fatigue, and 3 more melee defense. Good man! Erland of Schmore will give you Headhunter. Go for the head, gain +10% chance to hit the head for critical damage each time you hit the body. Bonus is reset upon hitting the head. It means it's probably only going to be effective against stronger targets, but, you know, I think it could potentially be worth having. I think +3 to melee skill, definitely, whilst it's there as an option. +3 to fatigue is also good, and +3 to hit points. Randolph is new, and he has a level up, 1 level up. So I think we're going to go with utility for Randolph. He's effectively going to replace Bertram the creature. Quick hands, swapping items in battle becomes a free action with no action point cost. That's what we're going to do. And your stats are going to be... let's make you like a multi-purpose ranged and melee. Because look, you've already got... If I give you that, you've got 53 melee, 48 ranged. That's pretty strong all round. We'll give you +4 hit points, and I think +3 maximum fatigue. There we go. There we go. All right. That's all looking good. Now we're going to dole out our armor. Herman, the Bone Hero. Obviously, the Bone Hero deserves the best that we've got as well, being such a hero. Let's give him some leather lamella armor, which is our best armor that we have available at the moment. Oh, no, actually, this worn mail shirt is even better. All right, take the worn mail shirt. What's your fatigue? It's still 72. That's still pretty good. Otto. In that case, Otto can take the leather lamella armor. There you go. Randolph actually comes with leather lamella armor, so that's good for him. And who's going to get the dog? Who is going to get the dog? I think probably it's best if Jonas has the dog. He has 81 fatigue, which is pretty good. I think Jonas has the most fatigue of the kind of like get stuck in fighters. So there you go, Jonas. You can have Jaws the War Dog as your faithful companion. Jaws, I mean, War Dogs always go best, I find, with wielders of axes. That's just my experience, and I'm pretty much going to stick with that here and now. Apparently, if we can find a tailor to recruit, we can hold on to these large wolf pelts for something useful. 2,987 left. We'll take a look at the weaponsmith and see what the weaponsmith has, if there's anything in here that we might particularly want. A boar spear. Herman, you could maybe switch up to a boar spear. You're drunk, so your melee skill's like in the floor. It's completely through the floor, minus 20%. Let's get a boar spear and a bundle of throwing axes. 2 bundles of throwing axes. There we go. And maybe even a bundle of javelins. We're going all out. Apparently, something that I was mistaken about before, I thought that fatigue cost kicked in for things that were in bags, but actually apparently you can put things in bags without the fatigue cost going down. So let's try that out. For example, Erhard, wielder of the arming sword of Arnor, If I give you some throwing axes in your bag, your current fatigue is 75. You know what? It actually did go down. It went down by 2, even though this says maximum fatigue -4. Does it, when you put anything in there, does it go down by 2? No. Well, I mean, never mind. Well, going down by 2 is not that big of a deal to be able to equip a few throwing axes and things around the place. Alright, so Randolph can take some javelins. Jonas can take some throwing axes because his relatively low range skill means he benefits more from the extra 5% chance to hit. There we go. We have doled out all of our equipment and assorted things, and I think this is now looking pretty good. We've also got a few people with bonus secondary items. We've got like some hand axes and some javelins knocking about. Herman, you have just no range skill at all, so we're not even going to bother giving you anything at the moment. So, I think we have completed our business here in Felsfesti, the massive stone citadel. We've had a nice long drink. We have celebrated the life of Bertram the creature and honoured them in death. And we have equipped our new and old soldiers alike with improved stuff. Let's hit the road. We have more patrol sites to reach before we can call this mission complete. Next patrol is to Schwartzberg. Where is Schwartzberg? Oh, it's all the way up here. Wow, they're really making me work for my money, aren't they? It's miles away. We're going to have to go, if we're going to follow the road, we're actually going to like go through some snowy territory here. Well, I suppose the more people we kill, the more we'll get paid for this mission. So we can expect a nice return when we finally, eventually return home, whenever that may be. Alright then, men of the Purple Scythe, we journey north. Across the road, along the road, past the first Holzwacht company. Passing through Hornheim. I don't think there's any point in actually like stopping here. And what do they produce here? They've got a trapper, so maybe furs and a pig farm. What do you have? You have furs for 303. Let's buy a couple of furs. What's the worst that could happen? It might pay for the men's salaries along the road. Maybe some ammunition? We'll buy some ammunition because it's a little bit cheaper. Farewell, Hornheim, you humble village that survives on the sparse tundra. We journey north, across the tablelands, to the snow. For the first time, the Purple Scythe shall encounter snow on the roads. What strange devilry is this? The land turns white and cold here. We could stop in here and see if Grimstead... Look, let's stop in at Grimstead. It looks like a big place, a large city far up north. Traders, travelers, and adventurers come here for shelter from snow and storms. We, too, well, we would shelter here, but of course it's nighttime, and you can't shelter in a city when it's nighttime. They don't like it. They don't like mercenary companies knocking about town. One of my teeth fell out the other day, see? I think the others are loose. They're about to follow. Can you feel it? Go on, touch. They're loose, right? I'm glad I didn't pay for that rumour. Let's just leave. We can stop in here on the way back, potentially. Return within 7 days. How many days have passed already? It would be nice to know what day we took the mission on. We have arrived in the vicinity of Schwartzberg. Schwartzberg, yes, Schwartzberg. Another citadel. These people, these noble lords, seem to like their citadels. The men fan out at Schwartzberg pubs. You simply take stock of your supplies and wonder if resupplying is a good idea. Glancing at the dim lights of the pub, you also wonder if a quick drink wouldn't hurt either. What will you buy my furs for? Where are my furs? 49 extra? It's quite good, but I think I might... Well, actually, you know what? Because we're on the clock here, let's just sell them whilst we can. Doesn't look like they have anything particular that they produce here that we can take back with us. Nor do they have anything especially interesting, armor or equipment-wise. So we depart. We're not going to stop here, men. Oh, let's find out if they have a tailor, actually. Might be nice to find a tailor. A tinker, a tailor, or a day tailor. No, an actual tailor is what we want. Not just a tailor during the day. Farmhand, farmhand. Sadly, there are no tailors here. Then we shall depart and take our leave. We've got a long road to go back now. We've got to go all the way back to Holzwacht. Where's Holzwacht? Down here. What if we just click straight on it? What path will we take? We're going cross country, man. We're going across the tablelands and possibly through that big forest there as well, which may or may not be a good idea. But It's what we're doing. It's what the scouts have said is the quickest way, and scouts are always right about this sort of thing. We could pick up some more furs on the way through Hornheim, look. Should we do that? You got more furs for me? One more lot of furs. We'll buy that last lot of furs from you. There we go. And leave. And continue on into the east. Dusk has come. The wind is howling as we pass through the mountain pass. Through the Codheads. Clodheads? I think that's what that says. Dire wolves howl in the distance. Felsham? Well, it's night time, so there's no point in stopping into Felsham, really. Even though they have surface iron we could potentially take with us. But it is the middle of night, and we must move on as quickly as possible. While training, Herman the Bone Hero, not being the most dexterous fellow, manages to hurt himself with his own weapon. Oh, come on! Herman the Bone Hero is a hero! I mean, he has fought in many battles and bested many foes. I think he's pretty dexterous. I don't know, maybe he was drunk. Was he drunk? Was he the one who was drunk? I think actually he was. Herman receives an injury. At least he didn't kill himself. We're obviously going to have to keep him off the source in future. Moving on, there's some footsteps ahead. Could it be bandits? It would be nice to have one last fight in this... No, it's peasants. One last fight on this patrol. Oh look, Goblin Raiders. Oh, Goblin Raiders in the... It's not the best place to fight them in the swamp. It really isn't. 4 Goblin Raiders though. I think we can take 4 Goblin Raiders. Take them on. Look, they're in the forest now. We can take them on in the forest. Take them on, men! Take them on! A goblin ambusher and a few goblin skirmishers. We have a fully armed and mostly full company of mercenaries here. I'm sure we can take 4 goblins. I mean, it was the goblin curse that ended us last time in our old world that caused us to have to flee that world to this new land. But I'm pretty sure we can take them. Oh no, Torleaf! You're a bit too vulnerable. We don't want you taking any kind of hits. Torleaf, who refuses to wear a helmet, and even better armor because of, you know, his fashion sense. It's not ideal. What's your chance to hit? 23% chance. Go on, take the shot. Oh, it was a miss. It was a miss. Alas, Ulfra, you can't take to this high ground, unfortunately. In that case, just move up here. Valdemar, you're probably out of range, so you also cannot take to the high ground. Come on, guys. Seriously. Can you do a snapshot whilst you're here? Can't even do that. Just wait. Goblins are notoriously difficult to pin down. They'll run around and they'll avoid entering combat with you if they can, and they'll hog high ground and other advantages. Cunning devils they are. Cunning devils. But they're no match for me and my pikes. Otto, wavering a little bit there at the back. Oh, look, there's another one up here. Alright, we can see them all now. We can see all 4 of the goblins, and they're spread all around. We're probably better off just focusing everyone on one and then sweeping around. I think that's what we're going to do. So everyone move down. We'll engage these 2 first. Ah, pulling back. Are they going to run? Is he just pulling back? I think he's just pulling back. Torleaf, take the high ground. Goblin scum, you wait. You wait until we reach you, and we shall cut you down. Otto, don't get stuck up there on your own, Otto. Come back. We don't want you engaging the goblins on your own. As brave as you currently aren't, it's still not a good idea. Okay, here's the plan, guys. Here is the plan. We're going to use our pikes, who have a range of 2 tiles, to engage this goblin here, who has raised his spear wall, thus thwarting his foolish attempts to hold the high ground and force us into a dangerous position. And everybody else is going to go after the goblin archer up here. Ulfra, what have you got? 23% chance. Oh, look at that! Ulfra, with a single bolt from his mighty crossbow, slays the goblin spearman in one shot, thus completely rendering our plan moot. Alright, I think we can start actually sending some Oh, look at that! Kurneval took some kind of hit from that goblin. Some kind of thrown weapon, no doubt. Oh, he throws again. I think he's out now. He's out of whatever it was he was throwing. Kurneval has taken a bit of damage to his armor. Not a huge amount of damage to his health, but his armor is more than half deteriorated. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Maybe even pull him back so that we don't put him in danger. We massively outnumber the remaining goblins here, so I think it's fine to cycle through our guys on the front line and make sure that we don't expose them to any unnecessary risk. Who's next? Otto! Otto the Octopi, you are undamaged, so you can charge forward and engage that goblin skirmisher. Herman the Bone Hero, you can help him out as well. Jonas, you can also head up here. We've got 2 goblins up here. Look at this. A goblin skirmisher, 2 goblin skirmishers to deal with. Ulfra, can you reload and then maybe hit anything? You can't move either. Alright, never mind. Torleaf. Torleaf, what have you got? Quick shot? 11% chance. That's no good. Aim shot? 31% chance. Go on, take the shot, Torleaf. Oh, it went wide. Sadly, it went wide. This goblin, look, he's just hiding behind the trees as much as he can. Valdemar, can you stick? Yes, good work. You stuck him with an arrow. The more we soften him up before our melee guys reach him, the better. Erland, you might as well just come up here. Radolf, one of the new guys, you can kind of start working your way around. We need to pin this goblin down, otherwise he's just going to do a runner as soon as he thinks he can't win. Erhard, go with him. Kurt, just come down here. You've got range with that billhook. You might be able to reach around the trees or something. Otto, it's time to engage this goblin skirmisher. We give away height advantage, but I think we can finish him quickly enough. Herman, get in there as well and help him out. Give him more targets than he can deal with. Jonas, come up and back them up just in case it's needed later on. This goblin skirmisher up here, what's he going to do? Oh, he comes down and engages. Look at that. Oh, no. And Kurt of old, we may have sent him in too soon. Look. He took a poison arrow, but he seems to be okay. We need to get our melee fighters on that goblin archer to stop him from being able to fire. Hans, can you come forward as well, just in case we need you to take position? Torleaf, another aim shot. Come on, stick that goblin. 15% chance. 22% chance, we'll go for that. Oh yes, good shots. Look at that, he's wavering already. And an aim shot, 20% chance. Oh, it was a shot wide. Never mind. Alright, Radolf, get in there. Put your zone of control on that goblin archer. Stop him from using his bow, which of course keeps Kurt alive and well, and of course gives us the option of attacking him later. Erland, oh look at that. Erland gets a killing blow. That's one more goblin gone to meet his ancestors. Erhard, you'll just have to move up here. I'm not sure you can put your zone of control on him, but I mean you can just stand nearby and egg on. Radolf, the new guy. Herman the Bone Hero takes a blow there. Otto, you need to reap your revenge. Actually, look, if we do a knockback, we might be able to knock him off his perch. Oh, last knock. In that case, just do a chop, Otto. I think the blow landed. That goblin must be on his last legs now. Kurt, just step up here and be in a position to finish that goblin off with your bullhook if needed. Herman, I think you can finish this guy off. Look at this, 43% chance. Come on, Herman. Herman the Bone Hero. Do what you do best. Slaughter your foes and leave them bleeding on the ground. The shaman was willing to offer his services, but demanded payment up front. He promised that after his ritual, the patient would be cured of all kinds of mental sicknesses. What does this shaman mean, mental sicknesses? Bah! We're not sick, I tell you, mental or otherwise. We're perfectly sane individuals. I mean, Ada does have a slight proclivity for falling in love with natives, spontaneously overnight and getting us into trouble, but I wouldn't call that a sickness. No deal. We did not come to an agreement with the shaman.